Welcome back, students. In this session, we'll learn about nitrogen fixation and nitrogen cycle. We'll also learn about some of the scientists and their contribution towards medicine. Let us start with nitrogen fixation. The bacterium Rhizobium, which is involved in the fixation of nitrogen in leguminous plants, that is pulses. It lives in the root nodules of leguminous plants such as beans and peas, with which it has a symbiotic relationship, about which you have learned in class 7. Sometimes nitrogen gets fixed through the action of lightning also, but the amount of nitrogen in the atmosphere remains constant. Given below is an image of Rhizobium bacteria which lives in the root nodules of leguminous plants. You can see the image, some swollen part in the root nodules. This is the place where Rhizobium lives. Now, this is the picture for nitrogen cycle. In this cycle, we are going to learn about atmospheric nitrogen, nitrogen fixing bacteria, and blue-green algae which fixes the atmospheric nitrogen. These bacteria in turn fix nitrogen into nitrogenous compounds. These compounds of nitrogen go into the soil. Bacteria turn compounds of nitrogen into gaseous nitrogen, which again goes back to the atmosphere. Another method of fixing nitrogen is through lightning also. So lightning fixes nitrogen, and compounds of nitrogen in the soil again goes to the atmosphere. These compounds are taken up by the plants. Animals eat these plants. This way the cycle gets completed. That's why it is called nitrogen cycle. Let us learn about this in detail. What is nitrogen cycle? Our atmosphere has 78% of nitrogen gas. Nitrogen is one of the essential constituents of all living organisms as part of proteins, chlorophyll, nucleic acid, and vitamins. The atmospheric nitrogen cannot be taken directly by plants and animals. Certain bacteria and blue-green algae present in the soil fix nitrogen from the atmosphere and convert into compounds of nitrogen. Once nitrogen is converted into these usable compounds, it can be utilized by plants from the soil through their root system. Nitrogen is then used for the synthesis of plant proteins and other compounds. Animals feeding on plants gets these proteins and other nitrogen compounds. When plants and animals die, bacteria and fungi present in the soil convert the nitrogenous waste into nitrogenous compounds to be used by the plants again. There are certain other bacteria which convert some part of them to nitrogen gas, which goes back into the atmosphere again. As a result, the percentage of nitrogen in the atmosphere remains more or less constant. So, children, you have seen that Rhizobium bacteria is so much important for us for fixing the atmospheric nitrogen, which is very much needed for growth of leguminous plants. So there is symbiotic relationship between plants and the Rhizobium bacteria. Our last topic is scientists and their contribution towards medicine. First one, Louis Pasteur. He discovered fermentation in 1857. Next, Alexander Fleming. In 1929, Alexander Fleming, he was working on the culture of disease-causing bacteria. Suddenly he found the spores of a little green mold in one of his culture plates. He observed that the presence of mold prevented the growth of bacteria. In fact, It also killed many of these bacteria. From this, the mold penicillin was prepared. Robert Koch in 1876 discovered the bacterium Bacillus anthracis, which causes anthrax disease. Edward Jenner discovered the vaccine for smallpox in 1798. Thank you. I hope you understood this topic well.